So the first new feature I want to go over is paragraph borders. So what exactly are there? Well, they're the ability for us to add borders to our paragraphs themselves. And let me explain that a little bit more. So let's say we grab some text here and we highlight this out, fill it with some placeholder text. So you can see that this is the text frame. This blue box right here is our text frame. And we can add borders to this like we have always added borders. So if we go up here, make this larger, whatever, you can see that there's this border that appears around the edge. And that's all fun, but what happens if we wanted to include a border for only one of these paragraphs? So let me separate these so we can see the paragraphs a little stronger here. So what happens if I only wanted to create a border on one of these? Well, I would actually have to cut this one down and put this in its own box. And that is, really, really tedious. If I wanted to make a border on this and this and this, I'd have to make 4 different text boxes. So now with the paragraph border feature, what it allows us to do is actually implement a border system to the paragraphs themselves instead of the entire text box itself. So let me go ahead and turn off this text box again. Let's go bring this back down to 0. And so now you see that there's no border. So what happens if we only want a border around the first paragraph? Well, if we double click onto the first paragraph, anywhere in the first paragraph, I can go up to this button right here, which is going to appear on the top here under the paragraph tab, the paragraph formatting controls, or I can go over here to the paragraph panel and click on border. And you'll notice that these are, to get the paragraph panel, you just got to go over here, go to types and tables, open it up like so. But once I have one of these open, once I click on the border button, you'll notice that the border goes only on the paragraph. And then if I want to change the settings, this is important, is hover over this and they'll tell you if you hold down Alt and click this, then you'll have the paragraph borders and shading panel come up, and you can do anything you want. You can, make the left side stronger than the top side. So let's make that happen. Let's bring this down to 1, and then we're going to make the left side the strongest part of it. If we click preview, we can see what's happening. So you see we have this thing going on over here. And then let's see the offsets. Let's create some offset on the entire thing as a whole so we can bring this border out. And let's make this, let's change the color to this red right here. And so if we go up here and, we just change some stuff around, we can actually have a lot of fun with this. And the font, let's go with, instead of regular, bold italics. And doesn't this sort of look like a textbook? At the very top, like some important information they highlighted over here. And so now what we have is this page that is still sort of all, just one text box, but we can actually sort of highlight and have a little bit more control over the styles that we apply to each area. And if we wanted to, we could still apply a border to the entire thing as a whole. You'll notice that it starts to cut off and we'd have to redesign this. But that is the newest update, is being able to have this design where we can apply borders to the paragraphs themselves. And we can take these, and remember in the styles video how we were able to assign different styles, we could save this as a paragraph style. So if we go over here and let's see, table styles, cell styles, let's go find it, window styles, paragraph styles, we can actually go up here and we can save this as a new one. So click the new paragraph style, and you'll see that we have this paragraph style created. And now if we want to highlight anything, now we just click on it, and it sort of, creates this highlighted feature. That's, like I said, pretty neat. It bolds it. It makes it, gives that like left line to it, and we just have a whole lot more control. So that is the first new addition to Adobe InDesign CC, is the ability to add paragraph borders within the paragraph frames themselves, giving us a lot more control over our paragraph and the styling of them.